G'day, Bush Camping Tools here. Well, today I've got with me another knife from Linder. This is the Super Edge 2. There it is there, get a load of that. It's also like their other Super Edge series in ATS 34, Hitachi ATS 34. As I said, totally think Hitachi ATS 34 is a great stainless steel. Just quickly, this knife, you've got a full flat grind. It looks like a bit of a hunting knife because it is. But of course, lots of hunting knives are really good for camping too. And I have to say that my original hunting knife was also my camping knife. I have one and the same knife. That's because they're good for many, many duties, simply because of the ergonomics. And this knife, of course, is very, very ergonomic. And if you're going to be, flexing the wrist, and doing all sorts of things for hunting, dressing game, butchering and everything like that, it's got to be a comfortable knife. And that also means if you're doing stuff around the camp, preparing food. About that. Very easy to peel with, which is great. Food is not complete with ginger to give a bit of flavor. It's going to be comfortable as well too. Now this is in 4mm thick. The spine is 4mm thick here. Let's have a closer look at it. Really resists twisting. The profile with this knurling, can you see that on there? It's pretty much covered in mud now. It provides a lot of good grip on this, right? That's not going to come out of my hands, right? That is very, very, very grippy, that indeed. Okay, let's move on. Okay, the thing about this is it's easy enough to wash off too. This handle, this is the sheath that came with the Super Edge 2, the Easy Track model, and let's just see how it comes in. A Velcro tab on the top, but it won't come out of that if that Velcro tab's off there, because you've got a retaining spring made out of plastic. And listen to this, so that clicks in there very well, so they can go in there and hold that. Okay, so essentially what we've got is a hard plastic, I think this is nylon scabbard. There's no drain hole in it, but you can wash this thing, which is great. It's hard and rigid, so the knife is, if you fall on it, it's not going to stab you through there. And you've got this heavy duty denier ballistic nylon on the outside carry. It's traditional belt carry, and here we go. We're going to do that again with this. Listen, see that? And you've got this little screw that holds that spring in there, so it's quite a simple scabbard, but that's all you need. So blood and guts on here is not going to be a problem. You just hose this thing out, wash it back, flush it out with some water if you've got blood and guts all over it. So that's it there. Very easily fits on a tactical belt. You can put it on a really big belt. I've even strapped a fire steel on there, but right, what I want to do is just see, this is just to cut this off. This is soft willow. It's been washed ashore here, so it's a softwood and it's green, but you can see the knife is really sharp. I'm just barely hang on to it, and if you can look at that, there's a knot down there. See that there? See how it goes for feathering. It's still a bit damp, this wood. Thought it would have dried out since the other week, but it didn't. But it's very comfortable, this knife. You see that? Very comfortable. Okay. Make a bit of lemon tea here. ATS 34, I'm not worried about all these fruit juices on there of rustiness. It's a really good stainless, and certainly the Linder Super Edge 2 is a working knife. This is not something to be putting in the knife collection, this is something to do some work with, and so far I'm feeling it's absolutely great out here in the field. All right, let's move on. Right, the good thing about being on the coast is that there's lots of flotsam and jetsam, and there's a board washed up here. We're going to use it to sit on. Couldn't be any more convenient, but that is the luck of the draw. Okay, so what was in the rucksack that I just brought down there then? The beach, got this bit of plank here. Going to do a bit of a cookout today. Carted all this down here, maybe only a 2.5 kilometers, 3 k's if that. Bread, radishes, tofu, mushrooms, udon noodles. We're going to boil them up on here. Pineapple to cut up later on, some fruit, cucumber, celery, shallot, plenty of water. Got a trusty knife with us, of course, and some ginger and lemon for tea later on, and a flask of coffee. That was all in there. There was another lot of water in here too. Okay, so what I did was I forgot the forks, which was a bummer. So we're going to have to now make some survival chopsticks, if you like, out of these bits of willow which is here, which that's okay. We'll be able to do that. And willow is a non-poisonous wood, so that's perfect. There's our survival chopstick. We need another one. Right, okay, I want to summarize now about this Linder Super Edge 2 with the Easy Track handle. Let's have a look at it again. Okay, what to say about it? Well, I've had it out for several days now. You see me doing camp duties with this thing. As I mentioned in the beginning, it's a hunting knife, but it's not a specific hunting knife as per se. It's not a skinner, so while it has that definite hunting shape, you can do lots of things with it. It's very comfortable in the hand, so if you're going to do hunting duties, butchering game, cutting through bones, applying some power through the joints rather. It's also going to be good for camping because it's a comfortable knife to use. You see me with muddy hands on the thing, and if you had slimy hands from fish or blood and guts, they're definitely not going to slip off a handle like this. Now the Easy Track, this is the Easy Track version. This model, the Super Edge 2, also comes with a black Kraton handle. But the thing about the Easy Track is, you see that there, if I put it down on the ground, for some such reason, I'm not going to lose that, right? Because it stands out like no tomorrow with this bright fluorescent orange Kraton handle, okay? Yep, Linder Super Edge 2, ATS 34 and Hitachi ATS 34, hardness 60 Rockwell. It's a great knife. Thanks for watching. Bush Camping Tools here.